Hey, you guys. It's me, Rachel, here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. Long time, no talk, I know. I've had a lot of people asking me where I've been, um, and, well, I've been through a lot. I'm the kind of person that when I go through things, I typically like to stay to myself, and I just kind of like, just, go to myself and just kind of deal with it alone. And then when it's over, I kind of come out. But this time, it really hasn't stopped. So I figured, you know what? Whatever, I'll just get back to it. So, the reason I've been gone so long is because I've been dealing with a lot of just emotional stuff. I've dealt with a lot of loss recently. I've had a stroke of bad luck, if you will. I don't know that through all of this, I've really learned that it's not really my luck. It's like when you breed animals, it's like if bad things can happen to everyone, including animals, when you're breeding animals, you're exposed to their luck. And so it can seem like you're dealing with more things are happening to you, but it's not really happening to you. It's happening to your animals, and you're a bystander. You know what I mean? You are affected, but it's not happening to you. Memphis, where you going? I'm at the laundromat right now, washing blankets, and I've got Memphis with me. So, I guess I'll start from the top. Initially, and I don't know how much of this I've talked about or not talked about, but I'm just going to go through it all. So, I lost a couple bullies. I lost Benzino. He had a prolapse of his booty, and got it fixed. Came back out. Was complicated, and so he had to be put down. Then Peaches died. She had, I guess, poor kidney function. Maybe her kidneys were too small. I'm not quite sure the mechanics of it. All I know is that she was anemic and very sickly, and despite trying to save her, we couldn't. And she died. Then Callie had her puppies, and all of them died. One by one, all the way up to close to 8 weeks. No, they were 5 weeks. And they all had very white gums. We did everything we could to save them, but there was nothing we could do. They all died. And it's something I've never seen before. Come on. They had been wormed. We did all the things that we normally do, and they all just faded. And it was really sad for me. And I dealt with that. And then, Panda died. We think she died of a heart attack. Just came in. She's inside. She's just laying there dead. Nothing that could really explain what happened. I thought about doing an autopsy, but honestly, it just didn't matter at that point. She's already gone. So the bullies have not been a healthy breed for me, and I've heard that before. I've heard how unhealthy they are, but I guess I wasn't really prepared for how bad it was. And I kind of went through a period where I didn't want to breed them at all. And, but then I've got some really good ones, like Spooky's amazing, Daisy is amazing, Butters is amazing. And Lucy's amazing. So I don't know. I think that I've seen people breed Corso and have bad luck like that before. I've worked with people who have had really bad luck like that, and I've tried to convince them that it was just bad luck and that it wasn't the breed. And I think that for me, I experienced that. And I think whenever you buy quite a few dogs at one time, and I bought them from like all over the US, it's like you're just getting into a new breed, and I don't know who's healthy, who's not, what lines are good, what lines are not. Where you going? Memphis. Hey, Memphy. Good boy. Come here, baby boy. Memphis. Oi. Come here. Memphis. Hey. Come here now. Memphis, come. Get over here. Let's go. Come here. Good boy. I think he got lost for a minute. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So then, I would say the coup de grace was that day before yesterday, I had this pick puppy out of Habibi and Bella Rose that I was absolutely in love with. I named him Seven. He had a 7 on his chest. He's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful structured black boy. Beautiful head, just a phenomenal dog, phenomenal temperament. Very confident, always running around with his tail up, just great dog. And he aspirated on food the day before yesterday and died. I tried to save him and didn't work. There's nothing you can do at that point when they get food in their lungs. And I mean, it wasn't like wet food or anything. He's a older puppy, almost 8 weeks old, and I've heard about it happening. My mentor told me a long time ago, he said it was one of the worst things he ever experienced. And I didn't see it. I came in and, Savannah yelled for me and she goes, Seven's not doing well. And I came down, he was already gone. Tried to save him. I didn't know. Tried to clear out his throat. There's nothing in his throat. Just a lot of bloody foam from the aspiration. And it put me in a pretty dark place. And I spent the last 2 days crying. And then yesterday I was talking with my boyfriend and he kind of helped me to see that, while it does suck and there's nothing good about it, the reality is that, because I was starting to feel cursed. I was starting to feel like I had done something wrong and God was punishing me or something. And he was like, no. He was like, you're dealing with animals. And he's like, and when you deal with animals, these kinds of things happen. And he said that it sounded like I'd been really lucky for a long time. And that, it just happens. And he was right. That's the truth. I mean, I have been very lucky. I've been very blessed in what I do and the success that I've had. And I caught myself feeling or realizing that I was being, I don't know that I was being selfish, but I certainly wasn't thinking clearly, because when I look around and it's like I have Memphis and I've got Gabriel and I've got all these amazing dogs, and I lost, the bullies are one thing. I mean, it sucks. But I will say they didn't even hit me as hard as Seven, which I know sounds weird because I loved Panda and she was older, but I don't know, there was something really special about Seven. I cried over him like I cried over Preacher. And, but one tragedy, heck, multiple tragedies does not erase our blessings. And I realized yesterday that I need to be better about appreciating my blessings and about recognizing them, counting my blessings instead of counting the things that go wrong, and to be thankful for what I have. And as they say, it rains on the just and the unjust alike. And I've just been kind of going through it, and uploading to YouTube just seemed like one step too much, it's just too much. And it's not that I don't want to be on YouTube, it's just that I'm a one-woman team, and it just, I've been taxed a lot lately, emotionally and physically. But the cool thing is that good things really are coming. I'm building a barn kind of for my dogs, like an agricultural barn, and it's going to be really nice. And bought a tractor for the property, and my boyfriend and I have been doing really well. And I think that if you stick around, some really fun stuff is going to be coming up, because he rides Razors. I don't know if you're familiar. They're like UTVs. And we go to these parks and we ride, and I'm going to be bringing my dogs and or a dog, to ride with and stuff. And we're going to be doing more stuff, and it's going to be interesting, but it's a process, and I've been doing a lot of work on my property, cutting down trees, clearing stuff out, getting everything ready. And then, like I said, going through my stuff. And I just, like I said, it's just me. And when I get overwhelmed, I just I have to minimize the things that I do so that I can continue. And YouTube, I don't know if many of you know this, but when the last administration got in, the market took a crash, and YouTube just really was not paying very much, and hasn't been for a long time, for 4 years. And so it's like an added thing to do where the payoff isn't necessarily there. And not to say that I only do it for the money, but I will be honest with you. When I post things, like for example, when I posted about Bella Rose having mastitis and the fact that we had treated her and blah, 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 I had people calling animal control on me. And mind you, nothing happened, because my local animal control knows me, and they've been to my property. They know that I take care of my dogs. But it's like at a certain point, if YouTube isn't paying very much, and the only thing I'm really getting from it is harassment, then it doesn't really pay off. You know what I mean? And there's a certain amount of harassment that comes with being a YouTuber. That's just the way it is. It doesn't matter what you do, who you are. There are always going to be people that try to destroy your life for one reason or another. They feel justified in it, and that's what they're going to do. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about, oh, don't let the haters win, da-da-da-da. Like, look, you're not in my position. You don't do what I do. You don't know what it's like. And it's not about letting haters win. It's about choosing your battles and mitigating risk. And so for me personally, it just wasn't worth it at the time. Like with it was just backlash, and or it just wasn't worth it. And with all of the stuff I was going through emotionally, like to get up here and be like, well, this horrible thing happened, and this horrible thing happened, and this horrible thing happened, and this, like, it's like, it's hard enough for me. I don't want to put that off on anybody else either, you know? And I think when Seven died, I just about lost it. I'm not going to lie. I've never lost so many dogs in my life. And to have them all die in the last 6 months, I don't even think it's been 6 months. I think it's been 4 months, actually 4 months since Benzino died, which is the start of it. And anyway, I kind of lost it when Seven died. And I just remembered feeling like hopeless and like I just couldn't take anymore. And I've since kind of come around. Like I said, I've started writing in a journal. And I'm not giving up, but it's just been so hard. I'm a good breeder except in one area. And that area is that I get too attached to my dogs. You're not supposed to get as attached as I get. You're just not. It is come here. This is nasty. How this is not frozen. Don't know why, but this is not frozen. The rest of the ground is frozen, but not this. This is nasty, soft mud. I got to get out of this. So, and then the weather it's been insane, you guys. Everything has been frozen for weeks now. And it's been a lot of work getting out there, manually giving everybody water every day, chickens, everything. It's been a lot of work, having to bring all my dogs in. Because it's been so cold, they can't be outside. So it's been a lot. But the weather is warming up now, and I feel a shift in the air. I can just feel that it's over. It's like a nightmare has ended. And I don't know how many people are still around to watch. And I don't blame anybody who's unsubscribed or doesn't want to watch anymore. I get it, but I can only do me. And it is what it is, you know. It just is what it is. I'm doing my best. I've still been breeding. I've still been doing all of that. I've still got my program and I'm making progress and all of that mess, but uploading to YouTube has been hard, and I'm not gonna lie, when I go through tragedy, like, I don't like to bring it to YouTube because there's always these awful people that try to use it to like they're in pain, they're suffering, and they want other people to suffer. And so when they see you suffering, they use that. They're like, oh heck yeah, Rachel's suffering. Memphis, come here now. And they use it to try to like hurt me, tell me I deserve it, whatever, And while I recognize that these are hurt people and that it doesn't mean anything, it's also nothing that like I said, I'm not getting paid enough to put myself through it either. It's one thing when YouTube is paying really well and it's like, whatever. But when YouTube ain't paying very well, you know, it's not even worth it. You know what I mean? At a certain point, I have to love myself enough to not expose myself to that kind of stuff. And that's just what I've been doing. But, you know, and I know a lot of people, like I said, they talk about don't let the haters win, Yeah, I get it. I don't want to hear it. It's not helpful. it's just not helpful. Until you've dealt with that level of pressure, it's not helpful to tell people just ignore it. Because I promise you, you wouldn't be able to either. So it is what it is. But I'm still here. I'm still doing what I do. Nothing's changed. I just haven't been uploading. So, but we will be. I got big plans. I've got a lot of really beautiful things happening in my life, honestly. I've found the most wonderful man, and you know, good things are happening, but I've had some losses too that have been really hard. So anyway, yes, I'm still gonna do the bullies. I'm just gonna have to slow my roll a bit and really kind of, you know, try to get a handle on things and try to make sure that I've got healthy dogs and, you know, weed through the nonsense, I guess. I knew it was an unhealthy breed. I didn't know how bad. My vet warned me about the prolapse. How could I say this? I'm gonna say ankle prolapse, even though it's not an ankle, it's the booty. Ah, don't touch that. Shh, put that down. Hey, don't you eat foil. She warned me about it. But you know, I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I gotta get in and get my laundry, but I hope y'all are having a good day, and I appreciate anybody who does tune in, and no judgment towards anybody who didn't. Talk to y'all later. Bye.